Okay, y'all, let's get into this seafood gumbo. So first, we're going to start by mincing all of our seasonings. I've got some white onion, green onion, parsley, bell pepper, celery. I'm using chicken breast here because I didn't have the boneless chicken thighs, which I usually use because they're a lot juicier. But we're working with what we got, okay? Season it up with some Old Bay and set that aside. Then I'm going to saute down my veggies just a little bit because I'm going to use some of that for the potato salad, which is absolutely mandatory when you are having seafood gumbo. If you know, you know. I'm browning the chicken. I'm just sauteing it on both sides till it gets a nice color on it. You don't really have to cook it all the way through because it will finish cooking in the pot once you dump everything together. I'm using andouille sausage, just going to slice that up, set that aside, and then pull my chicken off the heat and set that aside. So roux is equal ratio flour to, you can actually use butter. In this case, I think I use vegetable oil. And it is a process. It took me about 30 minutes to get to this color. And this is what you want it to look like. This is what I use. I tried this spicy chicken broth for the first time. Fire, okay? Absolute fire. But if you don't have that, that's fine. Just use regular chicken broth. And you see I have everything prepared and set aside. And really, gumbo is super simple. Once you prep all of your ingredients, it's essentially just dumping everything together. So I put my seasonings in, brown my sausage with that, and then once that gets a good color, I dump in my chicken and stir that around. And then I'm going to start adding in my roux. And after I add the roux, I'm going to use a bottle of clam juice. I think it's about an 8 ounce bottle, and I ended up using two. And I added just a little bit more roux because I wanted a little bit more color. And then I dump in the carton of chicken broth. That's about 4 cups, 1 capful of liquid smoke, and then I use 1 cup of regular um, chicken broth. And you just season with your Tony Sacheri, smoked paprika, and also ground cumin, which gives it that signature flavor. And then I also came in with a little bit of filet gumbo at the end and a little bit more Old Bay seasoning. And once that comes to a boil, just stir it together. And then finally at the end, after it comes to a boil, you just toss in your seafood. I had a little bit of crab leg that I threw in. Um, I personally don't like working through the crab leg to get to the meat. So I also had some lump crab meat on the side. And I dumped in my shrimp that were seasoned with Old Bay. And there you have it.